What's good, everybody? It's your boy Sling, aka Mr. Different, your favorite nappy-headed producer. Today, we're gonna talk about this right here, the Arturia Microfreak. Yeah, she a freak. Okay, besides that little bad joke I just did, today we're gonna take a look at the Mircofreak. I think could be one of the most affordable, budget-friendly beginner synthesizers out there. I'm just gonna do a little quick overview of it, show you how it operates a little bit, and show you some of the sounds. Now, I'm not gonna do no crazy in-depth video. If you want that, I will put links down in the description below. There's a great video done by DJ Av and some other content creators that go in full detail about this thing. I'm just gonna give you an overview, show you how it works, show you how you can use it, and then tell you guys why I think this is probably the best, most affordable, beginner-friendly synthesizer for anybody looking for their first synth. So let's go ahead and change up the camera. Let's talk about it simple. Let's go. Let's go and talk about it real quick. Talk about a little overview, dive into it, play around with it, get you out this video so you can go check it out yourself and look in more detail, or maybe purchase one of your own. Links in the description below. So first I'll talk about the back. So I'm gonna try to tilt this up. I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see that, but I'll make sure I do some B-roll. So we got the power cable, then we got the on-off switch, we got the USB because you can hook this up to a computer and use it as a USB MIDI device as well. You have your MIDI in and out, and they do come out to these little breakout cables. So you know it comes with the two little switches, the two little breakout cables. So that's pretty good right there, but you can use it through USB as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Next, you have your CV and gate. You have your clock in and out and through, so you can use this as a for like modular gearing of the synthesizers, and you can clock it to external sources or use this as the main clock. So if you're going DAWless or whatever, they got you covered. You got your output right here, which is a single output, quarter-inch output, and you got a headphone input as well. So you can, like I said, it is kind of a portable unit. So if you want to make some sounds on the go, plug your headphones in up there, and it's good to go. So that's pretty much the back panel. Let's talk about the front. That's what we care about. Now, this is a kind of interesting unit from the guys at Arturia. This is their first digital synthesizer, so it's not a analog synthesizer like most of their stuff. It's digital, so that means it has a digital processor in there, but it does have an analog filter that it actually runs through, so it still gets a really nice fat sound, analog sound. But remember, this is digital, but so you can save presets and all that kind of stuff, and it comes with a ton of presets. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and then we'll get working. So I'll turn it on. I don't know if you can see that, but it's cutting on right now. And inside the DAW, I'm gonna make sure I got my thing set up to the appropriate input real quick. And yeah, so make sure that's good, and we should get sound. Okay, so we have sound, so that's good right there. Let me just play you a quick little beat that I actually made using nothing but this. So it might be a little loud and all that, but it's a beat I used nothing but the Arturia Microfreak to make. So if you have any questions about can it make trap music or trap beats, yes, you can make some dope ass trap stuff with this. So let's go over the overview of this, and we'll talk about it. So first off, we'll start with the keyboard. That's what most people usually think about, and they kind of freak out when they see this. Now, this is a PCB keyboard, meaning it's not a physical keyboard. It's not like actual keys that press down. It's actually just a circuit board. So basically, when your fingers touch it, it makes an electrical current. If you don't know nothing about that, you drop out. You should have stayed in school. But when you touch it, you actually make a circuit and it makes a note. So, and you can do some cool stuff like moving up and down and bending around, all that kind of stuff with it. I kind of like it at first. It's good for portability. If you don't like this keyboard, you don't want to use it, you can use a MIDI cable. I actually got this MIDI in going into my MIDI keyboard, so I can play my MIDI keyboard and it actually plays the sounds through here. So that's how I work around it, and you can do the same thing. Or you can just, you know, play inside the DAW when you're clicking around, all you FL Studio users. So you got your stuff up here for your arpeggiator, because this has an arpeggiator in it, which I'll talk about. You got some randomized features for a sequencer and arpeggiator, and you got this cool little pitch bend thing right here. You know, you got this cool little strip for pitch bend, so that's pretty cool. I like that little layout. It has like a little lip above here, and it's pretty nice laid out. Like I said, once you get used to it, it plays pretty good. Next, you have your mod matrix right here. So this is basically how you pretty much, you know, route stuff and do like modulation. There's a pretty bunch of good points in here. They got like, you know, for your envelope, your LFO, your ARP, all that kind of stuff. You can change up the pitch, cut off, and the timbre and stuff like that. We'll get into that later. And you got 3 assignable buttons, which you can assign to any parameter on here and have it modulate any other parameter. So that's dope right there. A lot of flexibility, a lot of that. Next, you have your polyphonic and paraphonic mode. Basically what that is, let me get like a pluck sound real quick. Okay, so basically what that is turn it from mono and paraphonic. Now this is a paraphonic, not polyphonic. I don't know really the ins and outs about paraphonic versus polyphonic, but I think paraphonic means like each note has its own filter or some stuff like that. I don't know, look it up. But basically, you can either play up to 4 notes at once in paraphonic mode or monophonic, which you're gonna play 1 note at a time. So monophonic, I'm gonna play 1 note at a time. Turn on the paraphonic. You can play up to 4 notes. So that's all that is right there. If you want to be able to play chords like that, paraphonic, polyphonic. Turn your panel on and off. Then you got your little screen, which like I said, I do apologize, but basically you turn this for the presets. You can save presets because this is a digital synthesizer. Like I said, it has a utility button and then the master fader right here. Now let's get into the actual making sounds thing. So first off, we got the glide, so you can do some glide notes. So you can change the glide and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool right there. You got your digital oscillators. Now, this thing comes with, I think, 12 different oscillators in it. So 12 different type of synthesis engines. I'm gonna go through them real quick. So first, let me go to like a init preset. So 1 second. And there are 160 presets already built into this, so you can get started. And then you have like another 100 to make your own presets. That's pretty dope. So when you go to the different oscillators, you have different oscillators built to it, and the type actually change them. So first one you got is the basic like wave shape type thing. Turn on paraphonic. And you can, and you can also shape everything using these 3 knobs right here. So your wave shape will determine the wave of the oscillator you're in, the timbre, basically the characteristics of it, and the shape will also do like an additional type of wave shaping of it. So basically, so I'm in the basic shape right now. If I change it, see how it changes between the different shapes, and then add more character, add a sub in there. So I mean, you can get some pretty unique stuff right there. The next oscillator is a super saw type thing. Then we have this wavetable synth, so that has a wavetable synth built to it. You can change the different tables and the position, and add some chords to it. So you can go ahead and do some modulation right there. Next, you got a harmonic generator. Then you got this kind of kaleidoscope type thing. Which is pretty dope. You got a virtual analog. And then you got this wave shaper. You got this is the FM oscillator right here. So crazy stuff right there. A formant filter. Next we have a chords generator. You can actually do different chords. So cool right there. You got a speech generator. Frequency. So you can do some crazy stuff right there as well. You got a modeler type thing. And I think it kind of models like bells and stuff like that. Then you got a noise generator, which is one of the new synthesizers right here. And then last but not least, you got a vocoder, which if you want to activate the vocoder, all you need is some sort of microphone. You can use any type of cell phone type of microphone plug in there with 3 pins in it. They did have a special microphone that went with this, but I don't think it's selling no more. Or you can use like those cameras microphone that you get like for like DSLRs or stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I might do a video about that separately, make a beat using that. So yeah, you got all these different synthesis engines in here, and you can just pretty much make some crazy stuff. I'm gonna go to a preset I already made myself. That's a preset I made and I used in the beat that I just played. All right, so next we got the envelope, not the envelope, but the filter. And like I said, this is a real analog filter. It's not no digital not no digital filter. It's a real analog filter. So, and it has cutoff and resonance. And it's a pretty fat sounding filter, and it's multi-mode. So you got low pass, band pass, and high pass. So it's a pretty versatile filter right there. It's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory. Next, you got your filter envelope. So basically, you can control the envelope with the filter. Self-explanatory. You got your amp envelope. So basically, just control the shape of the sound. So how you want to make it to a pluck, a lead, or whatever. So you have attack, decay, and release, and then sustain. So you can make something like a plucky sound. Or a pad sound. Paraphonic. Or turn it back to a plucky sound. Easy. Preset explanatory, and you got a filter amount as well, as you can send how much you want to go to the filter. So that's pretty dope right there. Next, you got your octave up and down, easy. And it can get pretty fat sounding. So I mean, it was digital, still get pretty fat. Hold this is the shift button, so you can hold and cycle through different parameters through here. You got your arpeggiator, which I love the arpeggio, so which is pretty cool. And you do have a latch feature right here, so you hit that. Now I'm gonna latch it, and then you got 4 different ways of doing it. So you got up, down, you got order, random, and pattern. So I'll just mess around with so you can see. And you can also change the stuff with the note right here if you want to. You click it in and time sync it, so you can click it in and time sync it. Now I'm gonna set like 16th notes. And you got these cool little features right here where you can actually kind of mess. If you hold one of these buttons like the spice or the dice, you can randomize your arpeggiator. So you can do some pretty interesting stuff right there. Like I said, it gets pretty freaky. If you hold shift and actually hit the control button, now you got the sequencer. Which you can activate through that and all that. So I didn't really play with the sequencer too much, but I mean, it's pretty good. You got octave mode, so you can actually have up to 4 different steps. I think like 16 notes per. So you get a pretty long sequence. You got your rate control. So this is how you turn like the time signature and everything like that. And you can also click it in to sync it. And you can also add swing by holding shift, and it adds swing to everything. Next, you got your LFO, and that's just, you change your different shapes. You got 6 of them, which is dope. Sine, triangle, stuff like that. Ramp up, down. And you got the rate of the LFO. So you got this lengthening thing or modulating, then boom, you got it right there. So yeah, overall, I mean, it's a pretty dope synthesizer. I mean, it's really, really dope. Like I said, it's not full in depth. Like I said, it's fairly simple to work with. Like you could easily make a sound. For example, if I want to make a quick sound, let's just find something. I can. And that could go like my modulation term would like my LFO is gonna change the pitch. So I click it in there. Now it's bleeping. Now if I and I can be like also change the timbre a little bit. And I can go like, you know, maybe the envelope's gonna control the wave. I mean, I already got a crazy sound. Add the ARP in there. And I already got a crazy type of sound, really quick, really easy. Some things that I can't show you right now because I said they glare in the screen. But stuff to put under the hood. They added in more spots for presets. They also added in a way to actually key lock this. So this does have a key lock feature, so you guys can select your scale and your code and your key and actually play and tune and all that no matter what. So that's another dope feature. If you don't have like a scale or something like that, or some type of key helping tool on your MIDI keyboard, it has it built into it, so that's dope. So yeah, like overall, I think it's a dope synthesizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera again, give you my final thoughts about it, and then yeah, finish this video up. So yeah, let's do it. So yeah, that's my little quick review or overview of this plugin. Look at me, crazy, of this synthesizer. Like I said, it's not a full in-depth review, but you know, it is what it is. That's how I like to do it. Like I said, I put a link in the description below for more in-depth reviews. Pros and cons about this thing. Pros: portable, affordable at $300. I mean, it's a very portable, dope synth. It has 12 different synthesizers in it, and they also can expand it to put more easily because I mean it's digital, so it's pretty easy. Self-power, you can power it through USB or you can power it through, you know, the power cable. I mean, it's just an easy to use synthesizer, and I really do like it. Cons: I wish they could have made it battery powered. I mean, there's obviously room. They could have put some AA batteries or something like that. Even if they didn't want to do a rechargeable battery, I really feel like they could have did like some sort of like power delivery system in here to make it even more portable. And also, there are no built-in effects on this. Like I said, it's strictly just the synthesizer and the engine inside of it, so you have to use your own effects or pedals and stuff like that. And also, this is a mono unit, meaning it's not stereo, so it doesn't have left and right and all that. It's a mono unit, but you know, like I said, there's no effects in it, so once you add your own stereo effects, that should kind of, you know, alleviate that and make it, you know, still usable. Overall, I mean, it's a affordable, cheap, easy to use, and I think it is the best synthesizer for anybody who's a beginner or looking to buy their first synth out there. The Arturia Microfreak, I highly recommend this synthesizer. Look into it. I mean, it's a very popular, very dope, and very usable synthesizer, and I'm gonna be doing more with this synthesizer. I love it. I love it. So with that being said, y'all know who it is, your boy Synth, aka Mr. Different, not motivated by the money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. If you got the synthesizer, I want to hear about it in the description below. Is this something you've been looking into or been thinking about, or is this something you're gonna skip altogether because you're a plugin warrior, you know, or whatever it is? But yeah, let me know. I want to see your thoughts in the description below, and let's just chat about it. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Like always, catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Yeet.